All right, we are back and better than ever with a new course review. Today we play Hemet Golf Club. It is a very nice course out in the mountains, kind of a hidden gem. Has similar vibes to Rancho del Sol, but not as well known. So, yeah, a nice course though. Let's get into it. All right, here we are, the par 5 first. Short par 5, hit a nice tee shot down the left side. Don't have quite enough juice to get it there, so decided to just lay it up to a nice yardage. Have a nice little chop down pitching wedge. Hit it to a pretty good look for birdie here. And just not going to really turn, so not the best effort, but nice little tap in par to start. Par 4 second. Drive it into the trees down the right side. Hit a nice punch out though. Give myself a good little pitch. Good chance to get it up and down. Hit it a little too far. Don't know exactly what happened here. End up missing that par and tap in for bogey. Moving on to the par 4 third. Also another drive down the right side. This one not quite as bad into the trees, but gonna basically shank skull this to the right side of the green with a 7-iron. Then hit a chunky chip, just barely getting on the green. Now we got a long lag putt here for par. Decent lag, but you still leave a little on the bone for bogey. Oh, and lipping out low side. A double is not how we want to start there. Alright, heading over to the par 3 fourth. Really love this hole. Downhill par 3, sits on its own. Hit a really nice tee shot right at the pin, but just can't get the birdie to drop. Heading over to the par 4 fifth here. Short par 4, also downhill, so just take an iron down there. Give myself a 8-iron, choke down 8-iron, but catches it a little too much over the back. Hit a pretty mediocre chip and let it run down all the way down this hill here. So got this for a par save, but it goes down. So keeping it going after not the best start. We got a par 4 sixth here. Good drive down the right side. Kind of in these dirt here, but hit a wedge over the green. Hit a nice chip shot though. Gets it pretty close. Close enough to where we can save a par. No. Another missed putt. Really not a good start here if we want to break 80. Heading over to the tough par 3 seventh. 200 yards. Hit it to the front part of the green here. Nice little lag. Getting it back on track. Here's a par 4 eighth. Hit an iron down the left side. Leave myself about 150 in. Just hit again a little too far. Almost going in the water here, but staying safe. Able to get a decent chip here. And another nice up and down. So trying to get it back on track, but again a drive to the right. Kind of in the between the 9th and 1st fairway here. Hit a decent punch out here though. Give myself a nice pitch shot, but gonna hit a little bit chunky. Come up a little short here. So I got a long putt for par. Lagging on up there. Get in for bogey, but a 41 on the front, not what we want to see. Alright, par 5. Hit another drive down the right side. Not really in a good spot, but decided to just go for this anyways. Hit a hybrid. Hit a great hybrid to the back part of the green. So this is for an eagle. And coming up just a little over, but a tap-in birdie. Great way to start off the back 9. Here we got this par 4 11th. Good drive in the fairway. Got a wedge going right at it. Hit a great one to just a few feet. So birdie, really starting the back 9 off hot. Here we go, par 4. Another decent drive. Wedge towards the green. Gonna go a little over the green again. Got a few over the green on these. But good chip and an even better putt to keep the momentum going. We got a good back nine going. Another short par 5. Let's see if we can capitalize. Decent drive down the right side, but not a great lie. Decided to go for this. I don't know if you can see it, but is going to end up in the dry lake bed. So we're going to play this as a hazard. Have to take a drop. Another wedge goes long. All my wedges going long of the greens here. Hit a really good chip though. So this putt to save a bogey, but a bogey on a par 5 kind of kills the momentum here. Nice par 3. Love this par 3 on the back. You can see the wind blowing. Coming up way short with the wind, but hit a good pitch shot to just a few feet. Drivable par 4 15th here, but water down all the left side. Not really hitting the driver the greatest, so decided to lay this one up. Yet another wedge kind of over the green, but at least in the fringe. Taking the Texas wedge out. It is one a little too aggressive, but get the come back to drop. So decently coming down the stretch here. Let's see if we can hang on. Good drive, leaves us a nice wedge, but coming up short again. Not misjudging the wind here. Good chip though. Some really good up and downs here to just a nice little tap in. Here we got the par 3 17th. Water all short and down to the right, but hit a great 6-iron. Leaves a nice birdie opportunity. Oh, 3 birdies on the back. Definitely saving this round after a mediocre front 9. Let's see if we could get one more on the 18th. Hit a good drive down the right side. Nice wedge. For one last look. Terrible effort there. Even got to make this to save the par. And we do. So not the greatest front 9, but under par on the back 9 will get us back to 74 plus 3 on this par 71. On to my favorite 3-hole stretch. We're going to call this Mountain Mayhem, the 13th, 14th, 15th. This is risk reward holes right here. You got the par 5 13th with water on the left side near the green, the epic par 3 14th, as well as the drivable 15th. So decisions to be made, as well as kind of a make or break. As far as my favorite individual hole, I'm going to go with a par 3 4th. I just really like that hole. Great views up there. Short par 3 that sits on its own, but got a tricky green. So it's got its defenses. You're exposed to the wind. It's just a really nice solid hole. As for an overall grade, I'm going to give this a B+. Like I said, I feel like it's a bit of a hidden gem. It's really not crowded out there. It's kind of a forgotten course, but a really solid course. A lot of good holes, good conditions. Yeah, this is definitely one I would go check out. And like I said, you could get a quick round in. I barely saw anybody out there when I was out there,